In the clandestine corridors of international espionage, Matt and Emily Reynolds stand as elite CIA operatives, renowned for their seamless teamwork and unparalleled efficiency. Their latest mission, orchestrated by their trusted superior, Chuck, centers on the retrieval of a highly sensitive device known as the Industrial Control Systems (ICS key). This device possesses the capability to manipulate electronic infrastructures, rendering it a formidable tool if misappropriated. Their target is Balthazar Gore, an ex-KGB agent turned terrorist who is hosting an extravagant birthday celebration for his children. Assuming the identities of affluent guests, Matt and Emily infiltrate the opulent event. The venue is adorned with lavish decorations, and the air is filled with the laughter of unsuspecting attendees. Navigating through the crowd with practiced ease, they locate Gore's private study. Employing advanced espionage techniques, they bypass security measures and secure the ICS key. Their extraction is swift, leaving no trace of their intrusion. As they embark on their extraction flight, a sense of accomplishment pervades. However, this is abruptly disrupted when the flight crew reveals their allegiance to Gore. A violent confrontation ensues at high altitude, with Matt and Emily leveraging their combat skills to neutralize the threat. The altercation culminates in a catastrophic plane crash, from which they narrowly escape. The incident leaves them grappling with the harsh reality that their mission details have been compromised, indicating the presence of a mole within their trusted circle. In the aftermath, with their faith in the agency eroded and Emily's pregnancy adding a new dimension to their lives, the couple makes a pivotal decision. Seizing the opportunity presented by their presumed deaths, they choose to vanish from the espionage world, adopting new identities to lead a life away from the shadows. They settle in Atlanta, embracing the roles of devoted parents to their children, Leo and Alice, striving to provide them with a semblance of normalcy far removed from the perilous undertakings of their past. 15 years elapse, with Matt and Emily meticulously maintaining their cover, immersing themselves in the routines of suburban life. Their days are filled with typical parental concerns, school events, and community engagements, all while keeping their former identities buried. However, the tranquility they've cultivated is threatened when a confrontation at a local nightclub escalates into a brawl. Unbeknownst to them, the incident is captured on video, and their combat proficiency inadvertently exposes them, drawing the attention of both their former ally, Chuck, and Gore's relentless mercenary group, Foxx. As the digital age makes anonymity increasingly elusive, the resurfacing of their past identities sets off a chain of events that propels Matt and Emily back into the world they had painstakingly left behind. The safety of their family now hangs in the balance, compelling them to confront old enemies and navigate a labyrinth of deception and danger. 15 years have passed since Matt and Emily Reynolds, once elite CIA operatives, faked their deaths to escape the perilous world of espionage. Now settled in Atlanta, they have embraced suburban life, raising their two children, Alice and Leo, and immersing themselves in the routines of everyday existence. Their days are filled with school runs, soccer practices, and neighborhood barbecues, a stark contrast to their former lives of covert missions and high-stakes operations. However, the tranquility they've cultivated is threatened when their teenage daughter, Alice, begins to exhibit typical adolescent rebellion. Emily notices Alice's increasing distance and becomes suspicious when Alice claims to be staying over at a friend's house to study. Relying on her sharp spy instincts, Emily hacks into Alice's messages and discovers her plans to attend a party where drugs might be involved. This revelation prompts Matt and Emily to intervene, prioritizing Alice's safety over maintaining their secrecy. Their decision to confront Alice at the club sets off a chain of events that exposes their hidden past. When they arrive, Alice is surprised and annoyed to see them. As they attempt to take her home, several partygoers try to stop them. What follows is an intense altercation where Matt and Emily's finely honed combat skills come into play. Their precise, professional fighting draws attention from the crowd. In an age of smartphones, bystanders record the incident, capturing undeniable proof that Matt and Emily are far more than regular parents. The videos quickly spread online, making it impossible for them to maintain their low profile. Their identities as former CIA spies become evident to anyone watching, including potential adversaries. This unintended exposure stems directly from their decision to protect Alice, highlighting the conflict between their roles as parents and their past as operatives. While their actions are driven by love and responsibility, the consequences of that night threaten the safety they worked so hard to build. The viral footage catches the attention of their former CIA handler, Chuck, who had long believed them to be dead. Recognizing the potential danger they now face, Chuck reaches out to warn them. He informs them that Balthazar Gore, the ex-KGB agent and terrorist they had previously thwarted, has resurfaced and is actively seeking revenge. Gore believes that Matt and Emily still possess the Industrial Control Systems, ICS, key, a device capable of controlling critical electronic infrastructures, which he had been attempting to acquire during their last mission. Chuck's abrupt death at their doorstep confirms that the threat is real and imminent. With no time to lose, Matt and Emily fall back on their emergency plan, grabbing their fake passports and IDs to escape. Despite their training and readiness, Matt and Emily's priority is their children. They rush to pick up Alice and Leo from school, shielding them from the truth. To maintain their cover, they fabricate a story about visiting their grandmother in the UK. As they prepare to flee, Matt and Emily are forced to confront the reality that their past has caught up with them, endangering not only their lives but also the lives of their children. The skills and instincts they had suppressed for over a decade must now be reawakened to protect their family. The suburban facade they've maintained begins to crumble as they re-enter a world filled with danger, deception, and old enemies. As Matt and Emily Reynolds, former CIA operatives, prepare to flee their suburban life in Atlanta with their children, Alice and Leo, the gravity of their situation becomes increasingly apparent. Their past has resurfaced, endangering not only their lives, but also the safety of their family. The viral video of their combat skills has exposed them, and their former adversary, Balthazar Gore, is now aware of their survival. The couple's former handler, Chuck, had warned them of Gore's renewed pursuit before his untimely death, indicating the severity of the threat they face. In a bid to protect their children and confront the looming danger, Matt and Emily decide to seek assistance from Jenny, Emily's estranged mother, who resides in a secluded estate. Jenny, portrayed by Glenn Close, is a former intelligence operative herself, having retired decades earlier. Her reclusive lifestyle and extensive knowledge of espionage make her a valuable ally in their current predicament. Upon arriving at Jenny's estate, tensions run high as old family wounds are reopened. Jenny is initially reluctant to involve herself in the perilous situation, expressing her disapproval of Emily's decision to follow in her footsteps into the world of espionage. However, the presence of her grandchildren and the imminent threat to their safety compel her to assist. She provides them with access to a hidden arsenal and shares critical intelligence on Gore's current operations. As they strategize their next move, Matt and Emily uncover a startling revelation. Their former handler, Chuck, whom they had trusted implicitly, is alive and has been orchestrating events from the shadows. It becomes evident that Chuck had betrayed them years ago, leaking mission details to Gore, which led to the catastrophic plane crash they narrowly survived. His recent warning was a ploy to manipulate them into retrieving the ICS key, which he intends to sell to the highest bidder. Determined to put an end to the threat once and for all, Matt and Emily, with Jenny's assistance, devise a plan to confront Chuck and Gore. They infiltrate a high-security facility where the exchange is set to occur, utilizing their combined skills and experience. A series of intense confrontations ensue, showcasing their adeptness in combat and espionage. Emily faces off against Gore, reigniting their old rivalry, while Matt confronts Chuck, grappling with the betrayal of a once-trusted friend. In the climactic showdown, Emily manages to outmaneuver Gore, incapacitating him and securing the ICS key. Simultaneously, Matt confronts Chuck, who attempts to justify his actions, citing disillusionment with the agency and a desire for personal gain. Unmoved by his rationalizations, Matt ensures that Chuck can no longer pose a threat to their family or national security. With the immediate danger neutralized, Matt and Emily return to Ginny's estate, where they reunite with their children. Recognizing that their lives can never return to the peaceful suburban facade they once maintained, they decide to embrace their true identities. They explain their past to Alice and Leo, who, though initially shocked, come to understand the sacrifices their parents made. The family, now united by truth and resilience, prepares to face whatever challenges the future may hold together.